Hey, this is Simon Rice, Vice President of Enterprise Services at Cintra Software.
This is Luca Giannone, Oracle Architect.
And this is Daniel Procopio, Systems Architect.
So we're here at Oracle Open World today. This is the first Sunday, the first day of Open World. And funnily enough, this is the 20th anniversary of Oracle holding Open World in San Francisco. It's also the 20th anniversary of Cintra being open in New York City. So a cool coincidence to start things off. So we've been to a couple of keynotes today. The first one by Intel was pretty interesting. They unveiled some new SSD technology, which is going to allow us to have twice the capacity of DRAM at half the cost of DRAM and the same performance that memory is capable of, as well as some new fiber optics networking capabilities that will allow us to initially reach speeds of up to 100 gigabits per second and eventually ramp that up to 400 gigabits per second of network throughput. So those new technologies really underpin the overall messaging of today, which was around artificial intelligence and machine learning and how they transform businesses. And UPS was an example given by Intel, who talked about the fact that UPS used advanced analytics to build a new GPS system that eventually reduced their usage by 85 million miles, 8 million gallons of fuel, and the associated CO2 emissions of that fuel. Now, Larry Ellison's keynote was also interesting. He talked about their new Generation 2 infrastructure that they're building for the Oracle Cloud, which is based on some new data centers being built around the world. The idea here is that we're building availability domains based on 3 data centers within a local region, and those 3 data centers will be interconnected via a fiber optic ring. Now, compared to Amazon's offerings, Larry Ellison says that he'll be able to offer twice as many cores, twice as much RAM, nearly 5 times the capacity, nearly 12 times the I/O capabilities, and all of that for 20% cheaper than what Amazon have on offer today. The other new announcements from Larry Ellison were, if you don't want to go whole hog in the public cloud, why not get a subscription to Oracle's hardware and run what they now call Cloud at Customer, which will enable you to take cloud machines and run them in your own data centers, in your own on-premise infrastructure, using Oracle's cloud machines. So they have an Exadata cloud machine, a big data cloud machine, and what they call an infrastructure machine, all on a subscription basis to Oracle. Now, Larry alluded to some new features of Database 12c Release 2. He's going to go into this in a lot more detail on Tuesday with Thomas Kurian, but we're talking about expansions to the number of pluggable databases per container, the ability to clone and relocate databases while they're online. Sharding is a new feature that people are making a lot of a big deal about, the ability to break up your data sets and elastically scale them onto multiple nodes. And in memory as well has been supercharged in this release, giving you up to 60 times the performance that you could get in 12c Release 1. In addition to that, Larry talked about a new Exadata Express cloud service, which is a fully featured Enterprise Edition database running on Exadata with all of the database options enabled, and the ability to run that with a subscription as low as $175 a month. That's going to be available in November, both on Exadata and the regular Enterprise Edition version. And last but not least, there's an app-to-cloud orchestration layer that was just announced, which is going to allow you to migrate not only a database, but also a WebLogic cluster from your on-premise infrastructure into the Oracle Cloud, and with one click to add a DataGuard standby for redundancy as well. So some really cool features that were kind of alluded to today that we're looking forward to drilling down to in more detail. So Luca and Daniel, what else have we got coming up tomorrow?
Obviously, more cloud. We will talk about the mini cluster and Exadata.
And Linux, Dockers, and Supercluster.
Awesome. So we're going to be back in touch tomorrow. We're going to give you another video update from Monday's Open World sessions. We hope you'll join us then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.